Hi guys, in this particular video we will learn the cascode amplifier but different perspective AC analysis. Rather, in this particular AC analysis, what we'll have to learn, we have to learn the voltage gain, that is mid-frequency voltage gain, and your output resistance. Our aim is to find out the value of voltage gain and the output resistance as far as cascode amplifier with FET is concerned. Here you have the complete cascode amplifier AC equivalent model is there into onto your screen, and to find is voltage gain and output resistance. So let's play with this particular AC equivalent model, how I have formed this AC equivalent model. So first of all, you should know that whether I have the complete picture of cascode amplifier in front of me or not. Here we have studied this particular cascode FET amplifier, and I'm taking this complete amplifier into consideration. Two MOSFETs M1 and M2. Let's start with the first MOSFET. MOSFET 1 I have drawn with this green color pen, right? VGS1 is open circuit because your input resistance is very infinite, and that is directly connected to your input voltage, that is Vi. GM1 VGS1 is connected, that is dependent source dependent on VGS1, connected with your output resistance of that particular transistor, that particular MOSFET 1 M1, that is nothing but RO1, right? And let's say this is your gate 1, this is your source 1, gate 1, source 1, and drain 1. I know that drain of this first MOSFET M1 is connected to the source of second one. So here I'm saying that this is my source S2, right? And this source is connected with gate with grounded, so will get the formation of the VGS2. So here we'll be having the voltage difference is VGS2, that is open circuit, again a MOSFET, right? So the drain side of this MOSFET is connected as with dependent source, current source GM2 VGS2, right? This is your gate number 2, which is connected directly to ground, and your drain is connected with the RO2, that is dynamic output resistance of MOSFET M2. This RO1 is dynamic output resistance of MOSFET M1, and external resistance RD, which is black in color, is in parallel with RO2. So here I can say that either you can connect the value of RD or not, right? So right now I'm not considering the value of RD, okay? So if you are connecting the RD, then it's in nearly in parallel with this RO2. Actually it should be in the grounded, right? So I have connected this in parallel. It's a wrong configuration. So let's check whether you are awakened or not, right? So this is grounded. Clear? Fine. So as far as this particular RD is concerned, I'm not going to consider this particular RD. Let's skip this RD. Okay, I'll skip this RD, and further in further calculation also I'm not considering the value of RD. Once I say that RD is connected, then what will be the effect of this connected RD, will take it later on, right? Let's start with the voltage gain, right? What will have to apply? The voltage gain AV I want to find out, right? Now that is my major aim. So let us see the voltage gain is been find out by using this particular KCL. KCL at node that is connected at the output, node A, which is at the output side. So we can say that, as I said, will not take this RD into picture. We'll say that VO divided by RO2 plus GM2 VGS2 is equal to 0. As I know that if I say VGS2 and VO1, this is VGS2 and this is VO1. VO1 is with respect to ground, right? And this VG, that is VGS2, is also with respect to ground but at a positive side. So I can say that VGS2 is negative to that of VO1. but the magnitude is same. So VGS2 is equal to minus of VO1. So instead of plus sign, here I will be getting the minus sign, and ultimately I will be getting the ratio of VO divided by VO1 is equal to the value plus GM2 RO2. So that is the equation number 1 that we'll be getting as a ratio of VO divided by VO1. Okay, let's move towards the finding of the voltage gain. Find towards the value of VI. So basically, to find out the voltage gain, we are starting from VO and we want to reach up to value VI, so that we'll get the ratio of VO divided by VI. So up till now we are reached towards the value of VO1, and now we want to find out what will be the ratio of VO1 and VI. Now what we will do, we will look at this particular node number B, and now we will try to apply KCL at node number B. But once you say that I am applying KCL, you may notice that these two branches are there into picture, and I am getting the current which is passing through this particular node B is also from these two branches. But hold on, when I am saying that this output voltage VO is not yet connected, this is an open circuit, so current flowing through this particular branch is IO, and that is equal to 0. So I can say that the same current I am getting over here. So I can say that I is equal to I0 is equal to 0. Now at the same time, I can also say that this VGS1 is equal to the value of VI. Now how we will be getting the ratio of VO1 and VI? Let's look at this particular KCL equation. First KCL equation will be getting GM1 VGS1 plus VO1 divided by RO1 is equal to I. Right? Now what is the value of I? I know that I is nothing but current flowing through D1 to S2, right? And I know that the value of I0 is nothing but the value of I, because VGS2 is an open circuit. So whatever current is flowing through this particular branch, that the same current that will be flowing from this particular branch, right? So I is equal to I0. Nevertheless, even if you say I'll directly apply KCL at this particular node, you will directly get the value of VO divided by VI, right, in one shot. So I'm not using that particular method, I'm applying my logic. So according to logic, I is equal to I0 is equal to 0. So I'm equating this I is equal to 0, so that I will be getting the ratio of VO1 to VI. If I take the ratio, VGS is equal to plus VI, then I will be getting VO1 divided by VI is equal to minus GM1 into RO1. Oh, great. Now I have got the value of VO divided by VO1, that is equation number 1, and VO1 divided by VI, that is equation number 2. So from these two equations, we will be getting the value of voltage gain. So we can say that voltage gain is nothing but minus GM1, GM2, RO1 and RO2, not parallel connection of RD. Okay. Now after conclusion of the voltage gain, we'll have to again move further for this output resistance, right? Now as far as output resistance is concerned, yet we have not covered with the external resistance RD. Okay, we will plan to have what will be the output resistance for the M1 and M2 itself, right? And let's try to find out what will be the output resistance. Let's start with the KCL equation, and I know that this is the output resistance. Suppose I want to find out output resistance. Up till now what we have discussed is we are just looking at from the output terminal, and whatever the resistance we are getting, that we have considered as the output resistance. But see to it that here we have to play with two MOSFETs, and both the MOSFETs are having are connected with different modes, right? And these different modes are not directly connected to the ground, so I will not get the parallel combination directly. Rather, this RO2 will be having different current, and this RO1 will be having different current altogether. Now what we'll have to discuss, we'll have to say that what will be the relation between this current which is flowing to RO2 and this current which is flowing through RO1, right? Let's plan it out how we will get it, right? So let's see to it that suppose I'm saying that the current which is flowing through Rx Ix is nothing but the one current which is flowing through this, right, and one current is flowing through GM2 VGS2, that is nothing but the current source itself, right. As far as the method which we are adopting in this particular example is, what we'll have to do, we are forming another voltage source, that is dummy voltage source I can say, at the output side, and I'm connecting it properly, and I'm connecting the input voltage as short circuited. That means I'm just looking from the output side, considering the fact that at output terminal there is a voltage called as a Vx and there is a current called as Ix. So if I get the value of Vx divided by Ix, that is done. So that is nothing but your output resistance. So that's the method with the finding of the output resistance. So let's play with this particular 5 fingers, and then we'll get to know that how we will be getting the output resistance. Here I have specially arranged the circuit for AC equivalent circuit for the output resistance. So what we will have to do, let's play with KCL. Apply KCL at A. Let's say we are applying at A. Even if you are applying at A or applying at this particular terminal, that will be one of the same thing. This is because if I am considering this as Ix or this as Ix, one of the same thing. So even if you are applying KCL at this particular node or this particular node, one of the same thing. I can say that the Ix is equal to GM2 VGS2, right? GM2 VGS2 plus, this is nothing but the voltage difference. So I can say this is nothing but the VO minus VO1 divided by RO2. Okay, so we have got the value Ix is equal to GM into VGS2, GM2 into VGS2 plus, what is VO? Let's say put as it is VO minus VO1. What's the value of VO1? See to it that this is your VO1, okay. I'm placing this as, let's say, VO1. VO1 is equal to minus of VGS2. So I'm saying that it's a plus VGS2, right? Divide by RO2. Clear? Now the fact that here I'm saying that as Vi is equal to 0, I can say that VGS1 is equal to 0. If VGS1 is equal to 0, I can say that there will not be any current which is flowing through GM1 VGS1. So as GM1 VGS1 is a dependent source and depends on VGS1, so the current flowing through this particular branch is 0. So what will be the value of Ix then? I can say that if VGS1 is equal to 0, I can easily say that what will be the value of Ix? Ix is equal to VO1 divided by RO1. Rather, in another case, I can say that what will be the value of VO1? VO1 is equal to Ix into RO1. Simple. So let's apply this particular formula in the value of VO1. Rather, in another case, I can say that if VO1 is equal to Ix into RO1, then I can say that what will be the value of VGS2? That will be minus of Ix into RO1. Simple. So we'll put this value in this particular equation, right? And then we will get the simplified version in the form of, everything is in the form of Ix. So let's plan to have Ix is equal to GM2 into minus of Ix into RO1 plus VO divided by RO2, right? And I'm again writing it as a plus minus of Ix into RO1 divided by RO2. Now it's a simple calculation now. Ix, and this Vo is nothing but Vx. I want to have the ratio of Vx and Ix, that is my aim to calculate the output resistance, right? So I can say that as Vo is equal to Vx, right? So we'll be saying that take all the terms of Ix on the left hand side so that we'll get the complete equation in the form of Ix, right? So we'll take the common term, that is Ix. This will be Ix 1 plus the terms which are included with, let's say, Gm2 into Ro1, and another term that we have got as plus Ro1 divided by Ro2. Clear? This is your Ix, and here we'll be getting only one term, that is Vx divided by Ro2. If you want to reduce this part of Ro2, you want to cancel this part of Ro2 out, then we will be getting the value as Ix is equal to 1 plus Gm2 into Ro1 Ro2 plus R, this will be Ro2 and this will be Ro1 is equal to Vx. And this is how we will be getting the value of Vx divided by Ix is equal to, either you can take Ro2 common or you can take Ro1 common, right? So here I am taking Ro2 common, so Ro2 in bracket 1 plus Gm2 Ro1 plus Ro1, and this is nothing but the value of the output resistance that I am getting, right? So this is the another equation that we want to find out and that we have to find out, that we formed in the form of Ro, right? And that is nothing but your output resistance. So as far as the AC analysis is concerned, we found out the value of voltage gain and the output resistance. So we have completed the AC analysis fundamental of cascode amplifier with FET, right? So stay tuned for further complex circuits with FET and the multi-stage amplifier. So tata, bye bye, and subscribe the channel of Ekeeda. Learn more and more ADC along with me, along with Ekeeda videos. Thank you so much.